Knowledge and action should proceed simultaneously. Not knowledge first, action later. Not action first, figure it out as you go. Simultaneously, in parallel. As one continuous, inseparable movement, the learning and the doing feeding each other, sharpening each other, demanding more of each other in real time. This is where most people fail. They consume without executing. They read the books, watch the videos, attend the seminars, absorb the information, and they stay exactly where they are. The knowledge sits in them like unspent currency, rich in information, poor in transformation. Because transformation is not the product of knowledge alone. It is the product of knowledge applied, tested against reality, refined through failure, deepened through the lived experience of actually doing the thing. And on the other side, the man who acts without learning, who moves with energy but no direction, who works hard in the wrong direction. That man confuses motion with progress. He's busy. He's not growing. Because action without the ongoing pursuit of knowledge eventually hits a ceiling. It cannot break through without new thinking. You need both. Always, at the same time, for the rest of your life. The pursuit of knowledge is not a season. It is the standard. It is the commitment, permanent, non-negotiable, built into the architecture of every single day, that you will know more tomorrow than you know today. That the man you are at the end of this year will have a quality of thinking, a depth of understanding, a breadth of perspective that the man you are right now cannot fully access. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest, and unlike every other investment, this one cannot be lost. Markets crash, businesses fail, relationships end, but the depth of understanding you have built through years of deliberate learning, that is permanently yours. It compounds invisibly. It shows up in the quality of your decisions, in the speed with which you identify opportunity, in the resilience with which you navigate adversity, in the caliber of the conversations you are able to have, and the rooms you are able to contribute to. Never stop learning. Not when you become successful, not when you become experienced, not when you think you already know enough. Especially not then. Because the moment you decide you know enough, you have placed a ceiling on everything that follows. But knowledge without action is the most expensive form of entertainment available. You can spend a lifetime consuming wisdom and produce nothing with it. And that is a tragedy, not because the knowledge is wasted in the abstract, but because it was given to a man who had the capacity to do something remarkable with it, and chose the comfort of knowing over the discomfort of doing. The great end of life is not knowledge but action. Action is where knowledge becomes wisdom. The book tells you how to do the thing. The doing of the thing tells you what the book couldn't. The texture of it, the real resistance, the gap between the theory and the practice, the adjustments required when reality refuses to cooperate with the clean version of the plan. That gap, the space between what you knew going in and what you understand coming out, that is wisdom. And wisdom is only ever earned by going through, never by reading about going through. So take what you are learning and put it into the world immediately, not perfectly, not when you are fully ready, now, while it is fresh, while the knowledge is sharp. Act on it, and let the action teach you what the learning alone never could. Extend the knowledge of your faith and watch what happens to your life. This is the dimension most personal development conversations skip entirely. The faith dimension. The spiritual knowledge that, when pursued with the same rigor and intentionality applied to business and fitness and mindset, transforms not just what you do, but who you are at the root level. Study what you believe. Go deeper into it. Ask the harder questions. Read the texts that challenge your understanding and force it to grow. Because faith that has never been examined, never been tested, never been extended beyond the comfortable and familiar, that faith is fragile. It holds in the good seasons and fractures in the hard ones. But faith that has been studied, deepened, wrestled with and built deliberately, that faith is architecture. It holds the whole structure up from underneath. It is what keeps you sane when the business is struggling. It is what keeps you grateful when the results are slow. It is what keeps you going when the rational case for continuing is not yet clear. Faith is taking the first step even when you can't see the whole staircase. Extend that faith through knowledge. Pray with more understanding. Worship with more depth. Act from a spiritual foundation that has been built with the same intentionality as every other dimension of your development, because the man whose faith is deep and whose faith is applied, whose spiritual knowledge proceeds simultaneously with his daily action, that man operates on a level that pure ambition alone can never reach, owing when the rational case for continuing is not yet clear. Never be bored. This is not a suggestion, it is a standard. Boredom is not the absence of things to do. It is the absence of the will to use the time. And time is the one resource that cannot be recovered, cannot be stored, and cannot be borrowed. Every minute spent in passive, purposeless consumption is a minute that could have been spent learning something, building something, practicing something, becoming something. Idleness is the enemy of the soul. The man who is never bored is the man who understands that there is always a book to read, a skill to develop, a body to train, a mind to sharpen, a craft to practice, a prayer to say, a relationship to invest in, a problem to solve. The list of ways to use time with intention is infinite. The excuse that there is nothing to do is not a statement about the world. It is a statement about the man making it. Fill the spaces. The commute is a lecture. The workout is a meditation. The evening is a study session. The quiet hour before sleep is the time to review what was learned and plan how it will be applied tomorrow. There is no dead time for the man who has decided that his development never stops. Knowledge pursued across every domain creates a man of rare capability. The man who understands finance and also trains his body, and also studies his faith, and also reads philosophy, and also practices a skill with his hands. That man sees connections that the specialist cannot. He brings a quality of thinking to every problem that draws from multiple wells. He is not limited to one lens. He is not trapped in one discipline. He is expansive. And expansion is the nature of growth in every direction, simultaneously, without apology. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. Kindle it in every direction. Feed it across every domain that matters to the life you are building. Let the knowledge from one area illuminate another. Let the discipline of physical training inform your mental approach to hard problems. Let the depth of your spiritual study inform the quality of your human relationships. Let the wisdom of the Stoics inform the way you respond when the business doesn't go the way you planned. All of it is connected. All of it feeds the same man. And that man, fully developed, actively learning, constantly applying, becomes something the narrow specialist can never be. Here is the practical truth of how this works in the day-to-day. You read something in the morning. You apply something from it before the day is over. You learn a principle. You find one place in your life to test it today. You deepen your understanding of your faith. You act from that understanding in the next conversation, the next decision, the next moment that asks something of you. Do not let knowledge sit. The moment it sits, it starts to calcify. It becomes theory. It becomes something you know about rather than something you live. And the man who knows about discipline is not disciplined. The man who knows about faith is not faithful. The man who knows about excellence is not excellent. The knowing becomes the being only through the doing, always, without exception. To know and not to do is not yet to know. So know more every day, and do more with what you know every day, simultaneously, in parallel, as one unbroken movement from this moment forward. The knowledge deepens the action. The action deepens the knowledge. The wisdom that emerges from that cycle, applied, tested, lived, is the thing that makes a man genuinely exceptional. And there is no shortcut to it. There is only the daily commitment to both. Learn more, do more, be more, at the same time, always.